What's going on, everybody? I'm Riley.
I'm Rebecca, and we are here on behalf of Semper Stronger.
We're going to teach you how to do the perfect pull-up. Rebecca and I are standing here next to you. Probably as fit women, you might think pull-ups aren't challenging for us, but we didn't always start this way. As a Marine myself, I know the importance of pull-ups. It's part of our physical fitness requirement. And at my age, at the highest level, you have to be able to do 12 pull-ups as a female. That is very difficult, so we're here to help you get to that and also break down some myths that people have about pull-ups.
So let's talk about 3 common misconceptions or myths that exist around pull-ups. First one is that women can't do pull-ups, and we are here and proof that that is definitely not the case. Number 2, a lot of people think that pull-ups are just a back exercise or just an upper body exercise. But in reality, pull-ups are a full body exercise. And a big missing link that people have to being successful at doing pull-ups is grip strength and core strength. And we're going to address all of that today. And the third one, doing lat pull downs or assisted pull-up machine are going to help you get better at pull-ups. When in reality, the only way to get better at pull-ups is to do pull-ups. And we're going to go through a sequence today that's going to progress you from wherever you are now, hanging from a bar, all the way up to doing your first or multiple strict pull-ups. Today we're going to cover an 8-step progression to your first pull-up. It probably won't come as a surprise, but in order to be successful at doing pull-ups, you first need to be able to successfully complete a dead hang.
In the Marine Corps, or like every exercise we're going to show you today, there's 2 different kinds of variations that you can work on. The first is what we're going to show you here, which is the pull-up, arms this way. The second variation that you can do to all of these is also the chin-up, which is this way.
The primary difference between the 2 grips is that with the pull-up grip or the wide grip, you're going to be primarily focused on the lats, and with the chin-up grip, you're going to get a little bit more assistance from the biceps. So you can see Riley here is doing a dead hang, and a great target to shoot for is a minimum of 60 seconds dead hang from the bar before moving on to the next progression. The dead hang primarily works forearm strength and muscular endurance. The next progression is called the flexed arm hang, which is also going to work forearm strength and endurance, but also add in the biceps, the lats, and the shoulder stabilizers. So it's a little bit more upper body intensive.
Back when I got in the Marine Corps, back in 2016, the flex arm hang actually used to be our physical fitness test until it eventually evolved into the pull-ups. So this is an extremely important foundation to build up to get to that one pull-up.
So for the flexed arm hang, you're going to bring your chin up above the bar and hang for as long as you possibly can. Once your upper body starts to fatigue, you can slowly lower back into that dead hang position and continue hanging to build more time and muscular endurance.
All right, you guys, now we're on step number 3 of our pull-up progression, and we're going to be talking, guys, about a scapular pull-up.
Part of being able to achieve a lot of reps of a pull-up is being able to use your body efficiently, and the scapular pull-up helps you do that. It ensures that the lats, which are the big, strongest muscles on the back side of the body, on the upper body, are going to do most of the work. Without the scapular pull-up, we run the risk of using too much of our upper traps, which will cause us to fatigue more quickly, most likely. So for a scapular pull-up, we want to jump up on the bar, and we want to just move through our shoulder blades.
Notice here when she's doing it, her arms are locked out and her elbows are still straight. She's really trying to pull from those lat muscles that we're talking about. And now you can see from the back as well. What you're seeing that Rebecca's doing right here is really trying to utilize these lats as the strong part of her body to make sure that we're having the proper foundation to get you that proper pull-up. Cool. All right, we have made it to step number 4 in our pull-up progression. What's really important to remember is step 4 to step 7 that we're about to show you can happen in any order. What we're going to teach you here is a negative pull-up. It's really important to be working a slow negative movement or an eccentric movement to be able to do a full pull-up.
So in order to successfully execute the negative or eccentric pull-up, what we want to do is get straight to the point where our chin is over the bar and focus on controlling from the top all the way down as slowly as possible. So we want to have a box or an elevated surface to eliminate the need to actually pull ourselves up to the bar because we just want to focus on slowing the way down. So I'm going to jump my chin to the bar I'm going to hold for a couple of counts, and then I'm going to slowly lower myself down, keeping my shoulders as far away from my ears as possible. I want to avoid shoulder shrugging because that's going to get my traps involved too much. I want to focus on the work being done by my lats. So again, I'm going to go here, shoulders stay out of my ears, all the way to the bottom. Even though you're coming off of a box, it's important to make sure that you extend your arms all the way through the full range of motion, because you only get stronger in the range of motion in which you train. So if you are coming down only to the box, my elbows are still bent, I'm not gonna get the full range of motion here. So I wanna make sure I'm coming all the way down, full elbow extension at the end of every rep so I can build strength through the full range of motion.
Step number 5 in our pull-up progression is going to be a self-assisted pull-up. When you hear self-assisted, people oftentimes want to go to the machine at the gym. The problem with using machine is it's not teaching you a full body exercise. You're cutting that off. So that's why I want to do this on a pull-up bar like Rebecca is about to show you.
So for the self-assisted pull-up, you want to set yourself up with a box or a bench or something that's going to give you some support. And then we're going to train again through the full range of motion. This time learning how to control your body weight through space instead of using the machines that doesn't teach you how to control your body weight. So we're going to start here. One foot is going to be slightly in front. The other foot is going to be supported on the box. And then we're going to pull ourselves up just using as much of our body's assistance as we require. And then again, coming down through the full range of motion to full elbow extension. Put that foot back up on the box. Use only as much lower body assistance as is needed. Pull the rest of the way. And then lower down.
We have progressed to number 6 in our pull-up progression, which is going to be the jumping pull-up. What you're going to see here is jumping and using your own body weight is extremely important, but there's different kinds of variations of jumping to make it more challenging on yourself.
So as Riley said, we can progress the jumping pull-up as we get stronger. So as we're starting out, we're going to jump more, pull less. And then as we get stronger, we're going to jump less and pull more. And you can modulate those ratios as you build your strength. So we're going to start with our hands on the bar, feet on the box. And I'm going to jump about 3/4 and pull myself the last quarter. Always coming back down through the full range. Probably noticing a theme at this point. And now as I get stronger, and this could take a period of weeks or even months, we're going to progress to jumping less and pulling more.
So you can see here that she only jumped about 1/3 of the way and pulling herself up higher. That's because her strength is constantly increasing, which is the goal for you to get to that full pull-up.
And eventually I might not need to go to an even lower box so that my elbows are less bent to start, in which case I would start from here, jump to here, and pull almost the entire way. And eventually I won't need to jump at all. Next up in our pull-up progression is the banded pull-up. And you'll notice we saved this one for towards the end of our progression, whereas most people jump right to the banded pull-up towards the beginning when they're first learning pull-ups. The reason we don't want to do that is because we want to first establish good body control and learn how to control our own body weight through space, which is why we start with the bar hang and then work our way up to the assisted versions later. We first want to have good core strength, good grip strength, and good body control and awareness. So now we're finally towards the end of our progression, and now we're going to add in the band, which is also really helpful if we're trying to increase our repetitions. So Riley's going to jump up on the bar here. I'm going to assist her in getting her foot into the band. So we can have one foot in, or we can have both feet in. Either way is great. We want to probably stay away from the bent knee and focus on just keeping the body fully extended. From here, we're going to use the assistance of the band to pull ourselves up and over the bar and come back down to full extension every single time. Again, through that full range of motion, because that's the only way we're going to build strength through the full range of motion is training through that full range of motion.
Congratulations. If you've gotten to this stage, you're at step number 8, our final step to get to that one perfect pull-up.
Keep in mind that everything we've done up to this point are just tools in your toolbox and routes to getting your first pull-up. You might spend days, weeks, or even months working each step of the progression, but listen to your body, know when it's time to progress, and you could also work on some of these things concurrently. For example, you could work bar hang several times a week while also working some of the other bodyweight progressions or self-assisted progressions to the pull-up. But ultimately, our goal is to get you here to doing your first pull-up and then to add reps on top of that. When it's time to add reps, you can go back and do all of these same things again, just increasing the duration, adding more reps in your training session or throughout the week. There's infinite possibilities and ways to progress, but our main mission is to get you to your first pull-up and beyond.
When you're looking at this pull-up program, we want to give you the bluff.
The bluff?
Yes, Rebecca, the bottom line up front.
Oh.
Essentially, the only way to get better at pull-ups is to do pull-ups.
Also, keep in mind that every body is different and will progress at a different rate. Consistency is key. Pro tip number 1, pull-ups are not just an arm or a back exercise. They are a full body exercise requiring forearm, back, and core strength.
Pro tip number 2, body weight is always way better than doing machines.
Pro tip number 3, steps 4 through 7 can be done interchangeably in whatever order you like. What are you doing?
I'm just hollow body holding because pro tip number 4 is to make sure that you're always having this hollow body hold. And finally, pro tip number 5, utilize a training partner.
Find somebody who's going to keep you accountable and motivate you to get better.